Let's get something clear. This system isn't for everyone, and that's a good thing. Have you ever noticed that the best strategies usually come with clear boundaries? If something claims to work for everyone, it usually works well for no one. This is not for gamblers. This is not for people chasing the next hot stock, the next deal, the next shortcut. This system doesn't reward timing, speculation, big swings, none of that. If someone needs excitement from their money, will they ever stick with a boring but effective system? This is not for people thinking in months or even just a couple years. It's built for decades. The benefits compound slowly and then suddenly very powerfully. What happens when someone gives up on a long-term strategy before time has a chance to do the work? This is not for people obsessed with the highest rate of return, beating the market, bragging rights, or any of that. The system prioritizes stability, control, and predictability. What good is a high return if it comes with stress, volatility, and forced decisions? This isn't a loophole, a trick, a get-rich-quick idea. It requires discipline and patience and intentional use. Why do so many people look for shortcuts when the real advantage comes from consistency? This is for people who think long-term. They value control over hype. They want a foundation before chasing returns. And they understand systems. What kind of person actually benefits from boring systems that quietly work for decades? I'd rather talk someone out of this than into it. Because when it's used incorrectly or half-heartedly, it disappoints people. And when it's used properly, it's incredibly powerful. Would you trust a guide more if they were willing to say, this isn't for you? Everything you've watched so far, uninterrupted compounding, control, recapture, reduce leakage, it only works if you think differently. Are you willing to think differently, even if it feels boring at first? If this way of thinking resonates, the next step isn't excitement, it's clarity. In the next video, I'll explain what this looks like for a business owner and how the process actually works.